I think strong, vibrant neighborhoods really they're the foundation of a larger, strong and vibrant Nashville.
Neighborhoods are the body and soul of a city, and a city is the health of a city is dependent on the health of neighborhoods. So if neighborhoods are in disrepair, in bad shape, then the city itself suffers.
Strong, vibrant neighborhoods are important to Nashville because they enhance and empower children and families. When people live in thriving communities, they feel valued, they take pride in their communities, and they want to participate naturally.
Nashville is a city that is really changing. It's changing demographically. It's changing in so many different ways educationally. More and more people of different age groups and from different parts of the country are coming into Nashville. And whether you've been here forever in Nashville or whether you're brand new, I think that people are really concerned and committed to the neighborhood in which they've chosen to live. Their neighborhoods really reflect what they care about, the people that they care about. It reflects a commitment to their families. And neighborhoods are just vital in the Nashville community to really making sure that people's quality of life is there, that is insured, and that these neighborhoods are going to be there for a very long time.
Great neighborhoods are the gauge of a great city, and I believe strong, vibrant neighborhoods are important to Nashville because where we live impacts how we live. Our neighborhoods are the primary source of our health, safety, and our talent pool. And when something happens, good or bad, in a neighborhood, there's a ripple effect, and it will eventually impact the entire city.
Strong and vibrant neighborhoods are important to Nashville because neighborhoods are really about more than houses. Neighborhoods are about relationships between people. And neighborhoods are strong and vibrant when we have strong relationships between folks.
Strong and vibrant neighborhoods are important for Nashville for creating the city's identity and for creating a place where people can establish roots, raise a family, and basically just live out their lives.
I think one of the most critical elements of a healthy community is cooperation and communication. And the Neighborhood Resource Center has been an essential element in building these groups within our neighborhoods. Sometimes I think you've got people that are really interested in starting up a neighborhood association or a neighborhood group, but just don't know how. You know, they've got that seed, but they just don't know how to plant it and grow it. And so in cooperation with the Neighborhood Resource Center, they can get that guidance, they can get education through the Resource Center, and help them develop a really strong and healthy community.
The one thing that I want you to know about the Neighborhoods Resource Center is that it models the best practices of community participation. And it is not the big hand of government telling us what to do in our neighborhoods.
I first met Neighborhoods Resource when they were starting a business neighborhood partnership. I was really impressed with how they would organize the neighbors and try to bring different factions of people together so everybody would kind of understand where everybody was coming from. And then later, I became an elected official for representing my neighborhood, and Neighborhoods Resource was fabulous, helping me organize neighbors when they needed their voice to be heard at other parts of the city. And my other favorite thing that Neighborhoods Resource is they're accessible. When I needed help organizing or when we wanted to work with codes, I learned a lot as an elected official from Neighborhoods Resource. I learned how to not let the buck get passed. When you have a meeting because there's a problem in your community, you have everybody there, so the blame game doesn't happen. Oh, that's so-and-so's department, that's, I don't do that, that's them. If you have that person sitting there, it's hard to blame or say, well, it's easier to let's work together on this. If these two departments can do this and the neighborhoods can back you up and help you with this part, it works great. It's amazing. I don't know how I would have made it through some of the organizational things without Neighborhoods Resource.
The Neighborhoods Resource Center is an excellent organization that really assists all neighborhoods, regardless of income level, regardless of race. What they're there to do is to really facilitate in neighborhoods and communities, community-driven change. So if your neighborhood is facing an issue, then the Neighborhoods Resource Center is there for your community. They can do things like train people in your community. They can provide leadership training on issues. They can help connect you with things that you have problems on, like planning and codes issues. They're there to address any of the issues that your neighborhood is currently facing.
They really do provide that the support that neighborhoods need, support and information. But also, like, I've gone through the Leadership Institute. It's a really great program that, you know, really trains neighborhood leaders. And then all the other kind of new things that they're doing around Fourth Fridays and other kind of just community sessions and the celebration of neighborhoods. Just these activities that are kind of pulling people from all over the city together, getting, you know, the larger neighborhood of Nashville talking to one another and sharing ideas.
And at the Neighborhoods Resource Center, we strive to increase civic engagement, strengthen social networks, and to build social trust to make Nashville a better city. We offer leadership training courses to educate. We offer information services to inform, and we offer opportunities to connect.
I think the best benefit of being involved with the Neighborhoods Resource Center is connecting with other residents. They're great people here, and I love working with them. I love talking to them, and I love sharing some of the things that we're doing and learning from them.
I've seen the Neighborhoods Resource Center help neighborhoods by helping residents to reflect and to think about what they really want for their communities. Very often, no one asks us that. And I've seen the Resource Center help neighborhoods to build a common vision. What is it that the residents really want to see happen in their community? I think the Resource Center also helps by sharing what's going on in other communities. There are times when we might be able to tell somebody in South Nashville what someone in North Nashville is doing. They may decide they don't want to do what we've shared with them, but it at least gets their minds to working and gets them thinking outside of the box.
Our neighborhood has had a relationship with the Neighborhoods Resource Center for a number of years now, and they've been a vital part of the improvement that our neighborhood has seen over that time. We rely on the Neighborhoods Resource Center to secure grants that we use for public infrastructure projects in the neighborhood, and we use them for facilitating some neighborhood meetings that sometimes can get heated and controversial. They're always a mitigating factor in those meetings, and they're always a resource available whenever we need anything come into conflict, or we're trying to improve and enhance the assets that we have in our neighborhood.
I think the Neighborhoods Resource Center is such an untapped resource and treasure. And if I could tell every Nashvilleian about the Neighborhoods Resource Center, I think I would. All of us live in neighborhoods, but there are always things that we want to improve about our neighborhoods and our communities. And this organization is there just to help people. And so if I could, I think I would tell every person who lives in a neighborhood that the Neighborhoods Resource Center is here to help them.